When it comes to my favorite cars in GTA, you may be shocked to find out what they actually are, or maybe you might not. Let's get into the video of my favorite cars in GTA Online. A car that has made it onto the list and knocked a few cars off. The Viper, the new Banshee GTS. This car, I couldn't believe it. I've got quite a few of them and it just shocked me to the core, where I was thinking, how can Rockstar make a car look so realistic, a car that's so fun, a car that's HSWable? This car has everything that people like in other cars, all put into one car. Minus practicality, but who cares about that in GTA? This car has so many modifications. It has so many characteristics of the original Banshee and 900R. It's a powerful rear wheel drive, and once HSW'd, it's even more powerful. And then you can go from ACR modifications to more stock versions, and you can just embrace. It's a shame that we don't have Vipers in the UK, but I don't think you have to be an American to really appreciate a Viper. And Rockstar did a great job when they brought it into GTA. The Remus, I think we can't argue with it. It has so much versatility. It came in the Tuners DLC, and being based off the S chassis, has the iconic look. It has all the tunability. I felt like this car resembled mostly to the LG Retro Custom in terms of the JDM factor, the coolness, the tunability, and it has modifications that the LG Retro doesn't have. You can go from drift modifications, tuner modifications. You can turn this car into a drift version. It just has everything you'd want in a tunable car. For those of you who are new to this channel, you're probably going to think, why has Hella put a random pedestrian car on the list? Well, those of you who have come here regularly know that I love this car, the Jackal. The Jackal is so underestimated, probably because why would you randomly test drive this car? The way this thing turns in is magical. I can't describe how grippy the front end is, how it sticks, how it turns into corners, how this car oversteers because the front end sticks so well and the rear end can't keep that same level of grip. And I always say to people, as much as I could describe this car, you have to drive it because you won't believe it yourself. The handling on this car is fit for a car 3 times its power, even a HSW car. Again, if you've not tried this, please try driving this car. It's why I love it so much. It's so understated. No one suspects it. The LG Retro Custom, how can it not be on this list? I think it quickly became an icon after its release. Like Rockstar showed us there's levels to these releases in GTA. The amount of thought, the amount of effort they put into the LG Retro Custom was mind-boggling, and Benny's was quite new back then. This car literally gave us all a new look at the designers at Rockstar. We started to think, wow, have they hired a new team? The 3 blends of different skylines and merging them together was a genius idea. They did a good job. No one was really like, oh no, I wish they brought an R32 or more of an R34 in certain areas. Everyone accepted this, loved this, and then was excited for what's next to come in GTA Online. This car made new DLC releases exciting, and with a list of modifications on this car, I also didn't understand how Rockstar would follow up. The Intruder, since day 1 in GTA, it's been out, and the only thing that really resembles a chaser in any way, and Rockstar just have not brought anything else out. Weirdly enough, I've always asked for it. They need more chasers. The Intruder, dirt cheap, you can get off the road. It just has a certain class around it, and the only modifications on the car being chaser modifications. It's really simple. There's not much to say about it, except it's a one-off. It really shouldn't be, and it's near enough free. You can get it off the road. The Vorlag Hammer. The Vorlag Hammer is such an iconic car, such an unpredictable car, such a realistic looking car. It came out, I love my old school vehicles, especially my old school German vehicles. For them to bring a hammer in the game, Rockstar knew that this car won't get much sales. And the fact is, they brought out a car even though they didn't think it was going to perform well in terms of monetization, and they still brought it. Obviously based off the 500e and the Hammer variant, it's a niche car. Not many people know it exists, and then it shows you that when they brought it, the handling, the power, the first and second gear torque is so realistic. I was so confused at why they brought it in the game, but I'm so happy they did. the Sentinel Classic. Now, this is a car that I just wanted in the game. I love E30s, and I'm not going into my background and E30s, but I wanted it in the game. And when Rockstar brought it, they made a square headlight version, Rockstar's typical alternations. I was like, wow. E30s back in the days did have modifications with square headlights. They even added the headlight washer. But although this is on my top favorite cars, this car does have a few issues. When it comes to modifications, I just think minus the headlights and the great things I've talked about, there's some disappointing modifications, especially the exhaust. You only have pixelated exhaust, and you'll see another car on this list that has to be another classic BMW that only has pixelated exhaust. That's the only options, and that's something to like seriously complain about. At least if you're gonna add some pixelated exhaust, have some options that are not pixelated. The Zeon Classic. This shocked a lot of people. E24, dream car for me. I don't know if I'll ever be able to afford the M6 version, but that's a dream car for me. And the funny thing is, the modifications on this car just throw you off guard, especially the anime livery. The anime livery is like no other livery in GTA. The fact that you have a pillow in the back seat when you put an anime livery on is just so funny. Another car that unfortunately just has those pixelated exhaust options and no choice for anything else. Arbiter GT, which I keep going on about in so many different types of videos, and that's because I love it so much. When the Tulip and Vamos came out, I thought there's going to be no other vehicle that tops them in their category. And then the Golden Classic came out, and I was like, wow, something did top him. Maybe in looks, but not handling. And then the Arbiter GT came out, which in my opinion tops all the classic muscle cars. I loved how unstable it was. I loved how dramatic it was. And then they added HSW, and I'm like, what? So more instability happened, more power. If you don't know, this car can do an unlimited wheelie. Maybe not unlimited, but the whole length of the airstrip, which is basically unlimited. It's just a crazy car, such a dramatic car, such a vibe to drive, and in my opinion just looks phenomenal. I think the LG Retro and the Comet S2 has to be the most picked when it comes to everyone's top 3 favorite cars in GTA Online. The Comet S2 has a wide array of modifications, and I always say it, I've done a video on the most modifications, but when it comes to the Comet S2 and the different types of modifications, when you look at the bumpers or anything, it's not just different texture paints, it's actually a different mold of modification with a lot of other modifications as well on this car. It's not different paints and then carbon fiber version and a sticker bomb version. So this car may be one of the most modifiable cars in the game due to that factor, but it doesn't make it on the list of modifiable cars. And you can make this car so many different vehicles. You can make it a normal Carrera, a GT3, a GT2, the 991, 992. There's so many options you can do with this car. So it's similar to the LG Retro Custom, but you can sway which model of car in real life it looks more like, and no other car does that in GTA. And as I said in the intro, let me know if you think I'm missing out vehicles that I should consider to be my favorite car. I know it's my opinion, but people may get concerned that I don't have a certain car on my list. Let me know what you think that is. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you did enjoy this. See you guys in the next one.